It's Monday. It's October 22nd, I think. Guys, I'm concerned. I'm fucking concerned about one thing in particular that's been on my mind a lot, and that is this recent craze and trend about being an entrepreneur. People need to get some shit straight about this. Having your own business does not mean that you're successful. It just doesn't work that way. And I'm seeing a lot of young kids going broke. That's really dangerous, guys. It's dangerous for a lot of reasons. One, because there's so many kids that are taking out business loans, thinking that if only they had the Upstart capital, they would be able to make some kind of digital product, and then they could spend a bunch of money on Facebook and advertise it, and then they'd make a return. It's just not the way it works. There's a big lack of understanding about what it takes to actually start a business, especially in the first 2 years. Chances are, just statistically, you're gonna fail. Chances are your business is gonna go under. You know how fucking hard it is to start a business, enter a new market, being a nobody, and convincing people to give you money? It's hard, guys. It's hard. And because of the digital landscape and because of how easy it is to create some kind of WordPress plugin or some kind of SaaS product that seemingly doesn't require a lot of upfront capital, because you're just diving in. They're just diving in. It's scary because a lot of them are going to fail. They're going to learn some super painful lessons that might stick with them for the rest of their lives. And then not to mention, guys, this is a really big intangible that most business execs or business professors in college aren't going to tell you. The grit and determination and pain tolerance required to successfully run your own profiting business is mind-boggling. You're always sleep deprived. You're always anxious, worried about fires that are coming at you from 50 fucking directions at all time. And then on top of that, you still got to do all the stuff that you have to do anyway. So that means you still got to do your payroll. You still got to keep selling to make sure that new revenue keeps coming in. You still got to figure out your marketing. There's so many things that go onto it. But the biggest one, the biggest burden, which I think people, especially younger people, are the most incapable of making, is the burden of decision making. When you're the guy at the top, you're the guy or the girl that has to make the decisions. And that responsibility and being able to say, this is what we're doing, and go ahead and do it, takes a lot of commitment. It takes a certain kind of combination between humility and just arrogance to be able to say to yourself and to say to everybody around you, this is what we're doing. Because the people around you, they have to believe you. Because if they don't believe in you, then they're going to quit and they're going to go somewhere else. What I'm trying to say is that if you're in a position in your life where you're thinking about starting and running your own business, by all means, go for it. I'm just simply trying to heed some advice to be careful. You don't have to completely dive in with the sharks. You can have a job. You can start a hustle on the side. You can learn what you're doing. You can bootstrap so that you never have to take out any business loans and any debt. Be patient. It's not going to happen all at once. I know that everybody wants to make some huge come up and make it easy, but the rewarding thing about running your own business is the work itself. And if you don't give yourself the opportunity to learn those painful lessons, to get back up, to learn how to sell, to learn how to deal with people, then you're really selling yourself short, because it's the journey that makes it all worth it. So to kind of close out this little spiel, I just want to make it clear that I love doing this. I love being on my own. I love working 12, 16, 18 hours a day. I love being able to wake up and say, I can do what I want. But just because you see other people doing it doesn't mean that you have to do it. If there's something you love, there's nothing wrong with being an employee. There's nothing wrong with having a career and a steady paycheck and a job. It doesn't make you less of a person by any means. It just means that you went a different route. So once again, to drive the point home, unless you're 100% committed, then don't do it. Take your time. Get to that point where you feel confident in yourself and you feel comfortable living with the consequences of your decision. Because once you're in, guys, you're in.